Hello Year 7 and welcome to this week's assembly. The theme for the assembly is resilience and how you can be more resilient online. With me, Mr. Stevens.
And with me, Mr. Hardy.
Okay, so just like every other week when we're discussing about how important reading is, just want to recap it, that it does make us better learners, and it's really, really important that we keep up that routine that we developed in school and that we can continue to do that, because on the end of it, it improves our attention span and improves our concentration, but as well it helps to increase our reading age, our reading speed, and our level of vocabulary moving forward, which gives us that ability to interpret and respond to information better, especially when we get back into school and we have to start answering questions and interpreting text. In terms of a virtual library, we'd like you to obviously read online books 24/7, and it gives you that opportunity. So we've got a virtual library in school, and we've got one in Oldham, in Tameside, in Greater Manchester, and via the Oak National Academy. All of the links will be in this week's newsletter. So our grapple this week, what do these two people have in common? Okay, we have two people. We have one person who we discussed last week, and then we've got the person who showed determination from our second assembly of the year. So we're doing a bit of a recap. We've got 30 seconds. I want you to think to yourself, what do you think these two people have in common? Try and think back. Try and think about what we discussed about them last week in terms of the person on the left, and then think about the person on the right in terms of determination. How has that young lady showed determination? Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. Now we're 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so
Time to explore what resilience is. Resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties and toughness. Resilience is the ability to cope when things don't go right first time. We've all been there, we've all experienced it. When we hope something's going to go smoothly and well, and something comes along, it takes a little bit longer to achieve that. We show determination, and in the end, we gain success because we have been resilient and we have not stopped on our journey to achievement.
Okay, so linking back to obviously our grapple and think about what these two people have in common. The person on the left, is Tom Moore, as we discussed last week, was raised over £32 million for the NHS during the first lockdown, and in acknowledgements of his efforts was knighted by the Queen. He was the captain of the British Army, and he served during the Second World War and obviously risked his life. That man showed resilience all the way through. He had adversity, he had toughness, and always strived to achieve his personal best. And the same with Ellie Simmonds. She was born with a feature of dwarfism. She didn't let that condition stop her. She didn't let any sort of stereotype stop her. And in 2008 was the youngest member of the GB team at 13 years of age. She won the 100 meters freestyle before breaking her own world record by 7 seconds, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then she became the face of London 2012 Paralympic Games. So again, somebody who's won additional gold medals in 400 meter freestyle and 200 meter individual relay, and it's somebody who epitomizes resilience, not allowed setbacks to stop her, which has led to her being awarded an OBE, which is Queen's Honour Service, which is absolutely outstanding. So what ties them both together and what sums both of them up is that they are extremely resilient. They have faced many challenges, they have had to cope with many setbacks, but through perseverance, showing positivity, they've been able to overcome that toughness and become successful.
So how can we be resilient? Accept change. We've done this since Christmas. When we broke up on the 17th of December, we have accepted change by adapting to our online learning. And it's our habits that we show every day on online learning that we now need to bring back into school when we know it is safe to do so. We need to embrace disappointments. We are all going to experience disappointment every week, but it's how we bounce back from that, how we make sure it doesn't affect us, how we take it in our stride, and how we think, how we share, and from past experiences, how we move on from that disappointment to go on and succeed. We can understand that everything we do is for your benefit. Lessons are set out, tasks are set out, assemblies are set out for your benefit to develop you as citizens. We have a positive attitude. We talk to people constantly. We understand that we don't go and meet people as regularly as what we used to do, but we know we can talk through mobile phones, through social media platforms, and we're going to explore them in a bit more depth shortly. And we stay in contact with friends and acquaintances that are going to help us on our way. We need to understand there may be setbacks, and we need to learn from mistakes. It's important to learn from mistakes. We all make mistakes, and it's from them experiences we take something, we show determination, and we get through that mistake to be a better person.
Okay, so as Mr. Hardy just discussed, and he said about social media, and we'll look now about accessing work digitally, accessing remote learning digitally, and thinking about how we can be resilient. Because social media provides a big part of what we're doing at the moment, because we're spending more and more time on computers. So, got a little bit of a scenario. So, I'm online and a friend might be saying something hurtful about me or about somebody in our group. How can I protect myself? Well, the first thing to do is act with understanding. We need to be aware that virtual friends are not the same as real friends. They may not be who they appear to be. So stick to the people who you know. That means don't be adding people or don't be accepting people who you don't know. And if, for example, there is any abuse being directed towards you or somebody in your group, then you need to report it immediately and leave that chat or leave that scenario that you are in. But it's really important that you report the abuse to any adults immediately.
Okay, you might see something hurtful about somebody else that you know. So how can you protect yourself? You can act responsibly. Don't say things online that you wouldn't say in the real world. Treat others in the way that you would like to be treated. It's easy to write things, it's harder to speak. Say the truth, be honest and be fair.
I think for me as well, we need to think back and link that back to the massive amounts of work we did around respect. And it's really important that you treat people the way you want to be treated, even if it is online. And you stay up too late using social media and you don't get enough sleep. Now that's a scenario that is really, really challenging at this moment in time, because routines have become totally different. So it's really, really important now that you start to think about what you can do to develop a routine. So how can you protect yourself? First of all, act with self-control. Set the time limits on your online activity and stick to it. And that's really important, especially for those students who've experienced a health lesson with myself. You'll understand the importance of a routine and the importance of a sleeping pattern and a sleeping routine, because it enables you to not only effectively sleep, but it allows you to then be able to effectively learn the following day.
Okay, you might find yourself exaggerating to impress your online friends. How you can protect yourself? Act with truthfulness. Be true to yourself. Don't try to look like something that you are not. Be you. Don't hide behind the keyboard. Be you as a person, and that's why people like you.
And then this also links to our outstanding acknowledgements. Those students are doing the right things week in, week out, trying the personal best. And for this week for English, it goes to Mohammed in 7H3 for fantastic engagement with online learning.
Okay, this week in English as an additional language, it goes to Arafat from the Globe for doing incredible amounts of work and keeps asking for more work. Well done, Arafat.
Okay, for maths, we've got Maddie in 7S3, outstanding attitude to learning, 100% engagement in all her remote maths lessons, so well done to you.
In science, we have Paul from 7S4, always attending live lessons and having a go at answering all the questions. Really excellent effort and attitude, Paul. Well done.
Okay, in MFL, it goes to Lona in 7D1 for outstanding attitude to learning, constantly being proactive and hard work.
In geography, it goes to Zayan from 7D3 for outstanding attitude to learning in geography, always engaging with remote learning.
Okay, in history, we've got Amiza in 7S4, consistently producing high quality work and is very engaged during live lessons. So well done to you.
In religious studies, we have Mihek from 7D1, showing an excellent attitude to learning and a work rate in ethics.
Okay, for physical education, we've got Sama here in 7D1 for excellent engagement in home workouts. So well done to you.
Our art award this week goes to Holly from 7H2 for excellent effort and determination with all tasks set.
For computer science, we've got Paige in 7S2, excellent resilience shown when learning about new topics and tasks, particularly with coding. So well done to you. And then we just obviously back now to think about and recap about what we've talked about today. It's really, really important that we show resilience. It's really important that when we do experience setbacks, that we respond in the right way to it. Think about Sir Tom Moore. Think about Ellie Simmons. What did they do? How did they show determination in order to then be resilient, which has then made them successful?
Think about how we adapt to change. Things don't always go the right way for us every time. We adapt from change, we learn from experiences, and we try to show determination to experience success.
Okay, have a great day, guys, a great week, and hopefully we see you all soon.
Bye, Year 7.